Okay, so this is the basic setup that you need to turn a pen. So obviously you need your pen kit of whichever type pen you want to turn. You need the appropriate bushes that go with it to suit that pen, and the appropriate drill bit to fit the bushes and the tubes into your timber blank. Your timber blank, you need to choose whatever species, your color you like. We sort of use something around a 20 by 20 mil diameter, and the length depending on your pen. We have our pen mandrel that we put onto our lathe to mount our pens on. For us, we use a Aussie pen mandrel saver that slides over the top. Even though we've got an adjustable mandrel, this just makes it a bit easier and a bit quicker. You need a Jacob's chuck if you're drilling on the lathe. You may have a drill press and you might drill on the drill press, but we do it on the lathe and we use a chuck. You'll also need a way of holding your pen blank on your lathe. We use a pen blank chuck to hold our pen blanks on here for doing our drilling. Just makes it nice and easy and quick. Once we've done all that, we usually use a pen mill to square off the ends of the blank so that when you put your pen together, there's no gaps and that sort of thing. This doesn't suit every pen that's out there. You will sometimes have to find another method. The other method we use is either a disc sander or a belt sander or whatever, just to flush off the ends of the tube with the timber. You'll need a turning chisel. We just recommend using just a roughing gouge. It's nice and easy. Just keep it sharp and you'll have no problems with that. Once you've done your turning, you'll need some way of sanding it. So we have just a range of sandpaper here which goes through all the grits. So we've got that covered. We use two different types of CA. So one, we use medium CA, and we use this one for gluing in our tubes into our blanks. And then also, if you want to use a CA for a finish, we usually use a thin one because it's easier to get a nice thin coat, even coat, and we'll pair it with an activator. Always recommend using a aerosol activator versus a pump activator. You'll just get a better finish. And then once we've done our CA finish, we then go on to use a micro mesh. We just work through the grits. Alternatively, you can use a Shellawax Glow or an Aussie Oil or another sort of finish of your choice, just depending on what you've got and what you prefer to use. We like the Shellawax Glow. It gives us a pretty good finish. We just sort of want to make sure that we've sanded our pen to a good stage before using this to get a higher gloss. We use a Milescraft pen press. We just find this easy. You can get your pens nice and square and that sort of stuff. You could use a vise. Some people do it on the lathe and all that sort of thing. When you're using just a normal vise, you can get them offset and split or crack your pens, so that's why we recommend using an actual pen press. It makes it a lot easier. And so that's everything you'll need to start turning pens.